And right before they got ready to be taken off the earth or be murdered, here come Batman flying in. And Batman saved the day. Well, all I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of times that we are in situations that we don't need to be in, and somebody is not helping us, and we find ourselves all up against the wall in tight places and tight spots, and we don't know what we're going to do. It seems like all hope is about to fall and all hope is about to end. But how many of y'all know that out of nowhere, God steps in? And God starts to change your situation, and God starts to change your situation for your good. So the eunuch was preparing himself to be changed forever. And Philip began to teach. And I know Philip wasn't no jackleg teacher. He has sat underneath somebody, he has studied, because he was able to break down the text, explain it to a guy that was from a different country. And if I could imagine, Philip was probably saying, man, Jesus was wounded for our transgressions and he was bruised for our iniquities. Because the eunuch had asked the question, he said, Philip, he said, who is this text talking about? Is it talking about the prophet Isaiah, or is it talking about someone else? And right then and there, that's when Philip began to preach Jesus. And the story goes, and Philip had touched him so good. He touched him in such of a way that the eunuch said, man, he says, I need salvation. I need this. And how many times do God put people into our life for us to touch and to have a need? They may be rich, they may be poor, they may be black, they may be white. And God is expecting us Christians, we Christians, to reach out and teach the lost, rather than walking around looking like we know more than them and walking around acting like they stink or something, like they don't belong in the temple. God wants us to reach out to them. And so Philip reached out to this eunuch, and he met his needs. And I can imagine Philip broke it down, and he told him about Adam and how sin entered the world. And the eunuch had understood that. Then Philip comes up, and he's probably teaching about baptism. He was saying that Jesus died, Jesus rose from the dead, and Christians, we have to follow like Jesus. And one of the signs is baptism. And going down means that you've been crucified with Christ. Your old person is going into the water. And when you raise back up, you're a brand new man. It doesn't matter what you've done in the past, but you're a brand new man. And so the eunuch probably has said, wait a minute, man, I got a whole bunch of sins, and you telling me right here and now that if I find some water and I go down into the water and I come back up, God is going to forget all of my sins and he's going to make me a new person? And Philip said, yes, that's it. So how many of y'all know that they kept on traveling? And as I was doing my studying here and reading on certain books and all that and getting online, even reading the internet, this desert road that they were on, it shows no sign of water at all. It shows no sign. Even to this day, you can go to the land and you will not find any kind of water. But as they kept going on, Philip and the eunuch kept riding. And the eunuch said, hold up, man. He said, we just finished talking about baptism and talking about water. Man, hold on, look, I think I see some water. I think I see some water. In a desert road, he sees some water. He says, hold up, wait a minute, I see some water. And then he tells his chariot, man, stop. He tells his driver, pull over. And then Philip and the eunuch gets out the chariot, go to the stream or to the water, whatever substance it was, and they went down. I know that they went down because the Bible said that they went down. Verse 36 says, now as they went down the road, and they came to some water. And the eunuch said, see, here's water. What hinders me from being baptized? Then Philip